Hi.
Oh.
You okay?
Just a little out of practice for this kind of thing. Oh. I want to change. This skirt almost got me killed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like that skirt. When you run, it shows off your gams. Oh. What's in there anyway?
Oh. Everything that we need.
You know, it's about 10 times heavier than it was when I first put it under the counter.
Well, I've added a few things over the years.
Like what? Barbells, cinder blocks, bricks?
There's nothing in here that isn't absolutely essential. I promise you. Are we all right? I mean, at least for now.
For now. Come on. Come on. I know it ain't the Orient Express. Okay. What is that? Oh. Oh. They ought to invest in better shock absorbers. Oh, baby. Damn. Here. Look at that. Oh, sweetheart. Laura, don't think about it.
Don't think about what? Lucky? Can't help it.
You have to help it. Come on now.
Luke, I know that we've been over the plan with him 100 times. And I know that we couldn't go back to the house to find him, but I'm scared. I can't get these images out of my mind.
What images?
Everything, you know. All the things that could be happening to him. And the explosion. Seeing Dan like that. Look, they're not even going to know that it's him when they take him out of that truck. We can't even tell him that we're sorry.
He knows, Angel. He knows. Come here. Come on. Come on. I know. I know.
It's just that I loved those last 3 years so much. They were so good, and I felt so safe.
It was a mistake to feel safe, Laura. I knew if we stayed in the same place long enough, eventually Frank Smith would find us. We did, and he did.
How do you know that it's Frank Smith? What about that guy in Istanbul, you know, the carpet dealer?
Harry?
That wasn't his name.
Wasn't it? Well, I was never properly introduced.
Or the rancher, you know, in Argentina?
Oh, that was just a minor little disagreement.
No, it wasn't, Luke. I'm serious. Why are you so sure that it isn't one of them?
Because I took care of them, baby. I took care of them. Harry will never leave Istanbul again without his nurse. And that Argentine psycho, if there's any god, is in an urn on his widow's mantelpiece. No, this was different. This was organized, lethal, very stylish. This was Frank Smith.
I don't understand how a man could be in prison for 10 years and still have enough power to do this to us.
Money, baby. Lots and lots of money.
It's not fair. I know. I know. Life isn't fair. do you think we can go on this train?
All the way to L.A. if we're lucky. It'll be slick, baby. We'll just bounce into the bank, into the safe deposit box, and we'll just grab that stash. We have the money, we got the fake IDs, we got the credit cards.
Well, what if they're not valid after all these years?
Hey, whose hands are you in here, sweetheart? I took care of all that when I went to L.A. last March.
So then, we're only going to be one day away from Port Charles, right?
Yeah, if we can jump on a plane. Laura, look at me. Lucky's fine. He's a handy little guy. He knows what to do. Trust him.
I've always wanted to fly first class on a big one.
You have your choice of entrees and 3 movies. Here are your traveling socks. And would you like an orange juice or soda, sir?
Both, please. This is way cool.
Well, honey, what do you think's in this one? Peanuts? Maybe pretzels? Ah. Oh, baby, we hit the jackpot. We got lug bolts. 50 gross of lug bolts.
Put a few in the bag. You never know.
Would I argue with that? I ask myself. You know, this is probably not a bad idea. If everything goes to hell and worst comes to worst, I can always rig a slingshot and drop Frank Smith with a lug bolt right between the eyes. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
Oh, now, well, I think if you stroll down memory lane long enough, you'll realize that basically, yes, it is my fault.
Don't do this, okay?
Okay.
I know you're just as worried about Lucky as I am.
No, I'm not. No, he can take care of himself. He's got the Spencer touch. Because given a choice, they'll go after me, not him.
Luke, what if you were Frank Smith, would you go after Luke Spencer or his son? Which would be better punishment?
No, don't do that now. No, they didn't try to blow up his bicycle. They tried to blow up my truck. They're after me, Laura, not Lucky.
And it's almost like we have somebody looking out for us, right? You know, I mean, every time something happens, we all manage to come out of it okay, don't we?
Yes, we do, don't we? Yes, we do. We're going to get to L.A., and we're going to get the stuff that we need, and then we're going to get to Port Charles. And Lucky's going to have his little butt there sitting in Ruby's, eating probably a hot fudge sundae when we roll into town. Okay, it's no problema.
Whoever's looking out over us, he can be in 2 places at once, can't he?
Yeah, I think she can.
Jim.
Again?
Absolutely.
Who taught you to play this game?
My dad. He's good at everything. Except the bagpipes. That's what he always says. He's good at everything but the bagpipes. Plus he has to wear those stupid skirts. His parts get cold.
Well, you've just won yourself another hot fudge sundae.
No nuts. And whipped cream. And 2 cherries.
I don't remember that being part of the deal.
I never said it wasn't. A five card stud. You know how to play that?
You know what you said about... It's time we did. I hated leaving there, Luke. I hated leaving our house and our friends.
I know, baby. I know.
It gets harder every time. I can't imagine never seeing those people again. It's like they all died with the damp. For us, they don't exist anymore.
Yes, they do.
We can't see them. We can't talk to them.
We can remember them.
Luke? I don't want to do this anymore.
Okay. Okay. We'll get to L.A. and pick up our stuff, and then we'll get to Port Charles. And then I swear to you, this thing with Frank Smith will be finished. Once and for all. Pullman cars sure ain't what they used to be.
I had a lovely night's sleep. The train rocked me all night long.
I'm surprised you could sleep at all. Oh, too bad you slept through the rest stop.
We stopped?
Yeah, it was great. They brought on picnic baskets, a really nice Chablis, very classy, and then those little finger sandwiches with the crust cut off. I ate yours.
Please, don't talk about finger sandwiches.
I'm so hungry right now I could eat one crust and all.
Pass the bag.
What now?
I catered this event.
You did?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you are a real saint. Microwave popcorn? Oh, that's why the damn thing weighs a ton. You got a microwave in there.
Why did I pack that?
I don't know, sweetheart. You done good.
Well, do you think this will hold you over until we get to a restaurant?
Well, we ought to be in L.A. by this afternoon, the way this baby's moving. I can live on love till then, if you can. Lucky must almost be to Port Charles by now.
I hope Ruby's there.
Oh, I'm sure she will be. And as soon as we pick up our fake IDs, we'll be right behind him. So, pass the blueberry pancakes, darling. This old fire needs some stoking.
Are you stiff?
Well, no. All I need's a little warm-up. Butter bread.
How far do you think Lucky's gotten by now?
Well, I figure he picked up your message no later than about 5 minutes after you left it. Give him 5 minutes to pick up his stuff and split.
Do you think he
Then
remembered everything?
Sure. Or, come on, after all the planning I put into this, he could do it in his sleep.
Yeah, but what about the bus? If he missed the last one, that means that...
He didn't, sweetheart, he didn't. He got the 8:20 bus at the latest, which put him to the airport by 10. Plenty of time to catch a plane by midnight. I figure right now he's probably at O'Hare changing planes for Buffalo.
We're asking an awful lot of a 10-year-old, aren't we?
He's not any 10-year-old. He's lucky. By the time we get to L.A., pick up our message on the machine, he's going to say, I'm in Chicago, everything's going so smooth so far, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah. Probably informing us of what bike he wants to replace the one he had to leave behind.
Yeah. He's about ready for a little Harley. All right, another year, at most.
Oh, no.
What? What?
I don't know if I left the oven on at the diner.
Let it go, Laura. Let it go.
Right. You want another blueberry pancake?
I think I've about hit my limit. Go ahead.
You remember when Mrs. Rittenberg made us blueberry pancakes as a housewarming gift?
Sure. She was about the best neighbor we ever had, wasn't she? What a good cook.
Yeah. And when Lucky fell off his bike, she cleaned up his road burns.
You remember that Thanksgiving dinner we threw at the diner for all the homeless?
Oh, yeah.
I never told you this, but I burned the stuffing. And Mrs. Rittenberg said, no problem, won't tell anybody. She served it as hash browns.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, everybody seemed to enjoy it.
They loved them.
Luke, what's she gonna think? We just left and we didn't even say goodbye.
She'll understand when she sees that blown-out truck. You'll have another home again. I swear.
I know.